What's going on, everybody? Pat the Cosplay here. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a Spider-Man face shell and lens out of EVA foam. Let's go. So before we actually get into the tutorial of this, there is a link in the description for both the face shell and the lenses that if you guys want to make this yourself, you guys can. The materials are also all listed on the template itself. It's very self-explanatory, everything's numbered, everything has arrows, it's very simple to follow and very cheap. Alright, to start off, you're going to want to take your template. Don't worry, yours is going to be a paper one if you guys get the one from the link in the description to my Etsy page. Transfer that over to 6mm EVA foam. Once you have that all done, cut it all out. You just want to use straight cuts for this. You don't need any like horizontal or 90-degree cuts, just straight cuts for absolutely everything. Once that's done, you're going to want to use a heat gun. If you don't have a heat gun, use a hair dryer if you have one of those. This just helps get a better shape to the mask, as well as makes the gluing process a lot easier. By doing this, you're going to be able to just kind of bend it in your shape beforehand. That way you're not fighting against it. After that, you want to use the heat gun again to get the shape even better. Alright, so after you have glued all the sides, made sure to do all the cuts, heat formed the nose and the sides, it should fit you pretty darn well. I would wait for the glue to dry before you even attempt that because you don't want to be breathing in any super glue at all. Now we're going to take this outside, sand down all of the edges, getting this as smooth as possible. It's not a huge deal. None of these would show up on the mask. This is more just for my personal taste and my personal liking, really. The best thing to do is just kind of pinch it at the sides here to make it as thin as possible because it's always going to stretch onto your face and sit there very nicely. Something you can also do is instead of doing an actual like Spider-Man sort of style hole, you can just do circles. You don't necessarily have to use these. You can just do a circle from the edge of that point to like halfway. That way you just have that. And we still have to add air vents to all of these, so I'm going to mark all of the spots where to put things and then drill them out when I'm doing all the sanding. Alright, so on the template, all of the black dots are the magnets and all the blue dots are the holes. After that, you're going to want to take the template for the lenses, transfer them over to, again, 6mm EVA foam, cut that out. For the paint, all I used was dollar store Christmas red paint. It worked really well. I love the color. And then coated it in just a semi-gloss clear coat. I'm using super glue to attach all of the magnets to the face shell. Every magnet does not have to be the same magnetization for plus and minus. Just make sure when you're doing the lenses themselves that they are going to attach, because the worst thing is when you attach them and they do not connect. For the clear part that goes inside the lenses, all I'm using is the super glue packaging to make a outline of the lenses, attaching some of my adhesive vinyl to it directly to get a nice sort of eye holes, that way I can actually see out of it. I will try to find a link for that and put it in the description of the video. I haven't found one yet because I got this off of AliExpress about 2.5 years ago and I can't find it anymore, so I'll try my best to find it for you guys. You just go ahead and apply some super glue, attach those insides, and honestly they look fantastic. I'm really happy with how those turned out. Alright, so I added a little bit of duct tape just to make it a little bit more secure, just because the glue hasn't set yet, and I just want to show you guys what it looks like. And that also allows the magnets to stay on the mask completely, and when you have a mask on, you will not be able to see those duct tape marks, so it just goes right on there like that. So I'm going to toss this on, toss a mask over it, and see how well it looks. Alright, so face shell is in there, so let's toss the mask on. Let's just line this up here, just like that. Toss the lenses on there. And there you have it. That's a Miles Morales PS5 lens and face shell. Alright, so this is an example of what it looks like on my head. As you can clearly see, you can't see any of the duct tape that's on the mask. It just hides completely. Especially from far away, like it's just a nice smooth shape. Goes off there. Lenses can come off pretty easily if you have to take them off for any reason. Goes back on, comes off, and goes back on. Just like that. Very, very easy, very straightforward. And it comes off very easily. I say easily, but it's the exact same as every other face shell out there. And this was made for a lot cheaper than what you could get any single mask for. Normally masks range from anywhere from about $88 for just the face shell to about $250 for just the face shell. People have very wide prices for this, and guess what? You can make this whole thing for about 10 bucks. 10 bucks right there. That's it. I also added some duct tape into here. That was just, again, to make sure it's completely secured. Now, of course, you can see it right now, but once you have a mask on, you're not able to see any of that. It doesn't show up at all. It's really cool, really breathable. These things did fog up a little bit, so I'm tempted to just drill a couple holes in them, maybe in the corner, so that more air can leak out. And that was only because my breath was going directly up to it. I did add holes everywhere else. I could just add more holes to the mask. It does lose integrity by doing that, but not too much. And if you guys really do like this sort of face shell and you plan to make your own, please let me know in the comments, because I'm happy to make more of the lenses and just post them directly onto my Etsy page. That way you guys can just buy new patterns and change them yourself. Also, with this thing, you can just add your own magnets, so it makes it so much better to upgrade it. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button down below. Be sure to get this template. The link is also in the description of this video.